Welcome back, travelers of the internet, to Brighthelm Recording. This is your host, Master Bako, playing the Pillars of Eternity 2. Last we left off, we were helping out Jyoti relieve herself of nightmares, and her lantern's getting a bit full, so she's going a bit cuckoo in the head. Right? And in between this episode and that episode, this episode, I guess, I downloaded a few mods that are like, patch fixes, stuff like that. There shouldn't be anything too drastic. I think I downloaded some mods for Aloth. But it was in the hopes of, like, maybe they'll fix the audio glitches that we've been experiencing. Stuff like that. It shouldn't affect too much of the gameplay, other than maybe interactions with Aloth, which hopefully it's for the better. We need to continue on to, where was it? Just any one of those, Adra pillars. So let's go to, Hasongo, I guess. That's one of the places.
It's a fine three-master, thin like a bird. Heave-ho, Estilente. Oh, Captain Parfitos never said a hard word. As we sail all our troubles away, hold fast to the helm, hold fast to the wind.
Well, Hasongo still looks like crap. Anyways, lighthouse.
Oh yeah, love hugging big shiny rocks much as the next freebooter. But mayhaps you want to be explaining the whole insensate drooling bit, Captain?
Aethys is heading to a place called Mogren's Teeth?
All the places he can go, and he chooses a spot named for Mogren. What could he be thinking?
Maybe there's another Adra pillar there.
It feels like we're getting closer. I just don't know to what.
Well, thanks for that little interruption there and walking here. Oh, there's a Naga totem there. What is that? What's that doing there?
Oh?
We don't need this here. I don't know how dangerous it is. I don't want to be cursed by it or something.
That's it?
There we go.
I shall.
Alrighty. Now, Jyoti.
Leave it to me.
This luminous Audra ought to be able to take my soul's watcher. What do you say?
Let's try it. A gleaming pillar of luminous Adra towers above you as Jyoti stomps confidently towards its base, a grin ripping wide over her face.
Get ready to witness the feat of a lifetime, Watcher. I'm about to do God's good work, to single-handedly shepherd a multitude of souls straight into the depths of hell.
She rubs her hands together, rubs her palms against her hips, and snatches up her lantern, eager, ready. She wriggles her shoulders and pops her neck, stance subtly widening. Be careful, please. Flushing prettily, she glances over her shoulder just long enough to blow you a sloppy, wet-looking kiss. Ugh.
Long as you're watching my back, I'll be fine.
As she exhales those last words, she presses one palm flat to the cold expanse of gem-like growth, fingers trembling, and like a firework going off, the light from her lantern flares blindingly bright. Electricity. No. Hypercharged soul energy whips across the air, lashing open Jyoti's skin, traveling the pathway of 1,000 branching veins and capillaries. The strike bursts Jyoti bloody from face to neck to arms and lower, and she screams, her voice a secondary crack across the sky. Release the souls!
I swear to the gods, I'm trying!
The words rattle from between clenched teeth, ripped from her convulsing body, but she doesn't let go of the Adra that's searing her palm. The lantern trembles so violently it nearly cracks, but then a massive wave of purple essence rushes from the lantern. It swirls up and around the Adra, crashing along the glimmering surface before being sucked inside. The Adra pulses brighter, then darker, then even brighter, blinding, There's a howling, then the Adra cracks and a jagged shard tumbles to the ground.
Ugh, son of a god's darn motherless cur. That hurt worse than a back-to-back whooping from Uncle Angbert's quarterstaff.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, and I only gotta do it again and again on cycle until the day I die?
Well, serving one's god was always easy. Everyone would do it.
I never did want to take the easy route.
She nods.
I'll keep reaping more souls then. Do my duty till I fall to dirt and bones. Never you worry, though. I'll see to dumping my lantern in the future on my own. Thank you for finding me a way to handle my burden, even if it does involve the occasional jolt of pain.
Chest heaving, Jyoti scrabbles for the Adra shard embedded in the ground. The crystal slick with blood from her palm. She shoves it into her pocket. Then she shakes her head.
Darn if I don't feel so light I could float away.
Jyoti casts an odd look to her darkened lantern before turning you a whimsical smile. That looked like it hurt.
Never felt anything so painful in my whole life. I don't know if this is what God planned for me, but I'd like to think we did right by these souls. We're bringing light to the darkness, ensuring spring follows the coming fall.
She dusts her hands on her hips before setting off at a determined clip. Right. Well, now that that's all dealt with, let's be on our way then. I guess let's go do some DLC stuff. The Beast of Winter, an honored guest. Need to go to Harbinger's watch at the far flung of the Deadfire.
Heave-ho, Incidente! Andra's grace, so we'll all be skinned as we sail.
A long, sleek ship rides low in the water. Its crew stands protectively around a cluster of crates positioned on the main deck. A woman saunters across the deck, her roughly chopped hair swinging with her stride.
We said or not, Perrin.
She bangs her fist against one of the crates. The dwarven man standing near her flinches as though she'd hit him.
I'd happily tell you if you stopped interrupting my count.
He rolls his eyes skyward. She cackles and thumps him on the back. He staggers forward and shoots her a venomous glare.
You've had days to count. Now it's time we talked about the price.
She turns her attention to you, eyes gleaming. Perrin follows her gaze.
We've had some complications. The price has doubled.
She gives you a crooked grin and watches you carefully. Do you know who I'm representing? Willa is a little too fast to respond, almost as if she's trying to stop you from saying more.
I know they've got the cash.
Then you also know they've got guns, and you want them to be happy with this deal.
Fine. 1,000 it is.
Okay. I guess we'll probably get paid whenever we deliver this where it needs to go. This is for the Royal Deadfire Company.
Glad we could do business.
That was simple enough. The smugglers unload the crates onto your ship. Your new cargo secured, you retract the anchor and let out your sails. Man, what if it's a bunch of bodies? I don't really want to be hanging on to those for too long. Let's just get to Sayuka and be rid of them. As your crew haul the smugglers' crates below decks, one of them shouts an alarm. Told you, it's bodies, corpses. They're getting up. Venezi finds you in your cabin. Captain, come quick. Someone's just popped out of one of those crates we picked up. Before you can object, Venezi leads you above the deck. A plump, middle-aged woman stands beside the crates. Her clothing is rumpled and her hair matted, but her eyes twinkle with triumph.
Gelarde, 23 days. This is a new record.
She smells of stale urine, old sweat, and worse, but she beams at you all the same. What are you doing in there?
Waiting to reach Sayuka, of course. Also testing my newest spell, Renove Miseres.
She speaks the name as proudly as if it belonged to her firstborn.
Renewal of air, you would say?
Yeah, I could use some of that right now.
Kith have explored every mountain in the eastern reach, yet the realm of fish and leviathans remains close to us.
Yeah, I wonder why.
It has been my dream to open these steps to discovery, to let Kith breathe as the fishes do.
A look of wonder shines in her eyes.
Or at least to let us use the air of a single breath again and again.
Why go to Sayuka? Why leave the Valian Republics?
Back home, they care only for profit, and there is little profit to be had in sticking your head in the glass bucket to watch the fish.
I think those are called aquariums.
But the Rawatayans, they have vision. They chase greater things than gold. So I go to work with them.
What exactly are you going to be working on at Sayuka?
Sientere, but I had promised not to say.
She looks sincerely regretful. Still don't understand why you had to hide in a crate.
Neither do I.
But Okaya, she thinks maybe the Dukes will not be so happy to let me go. She shrugs.
At least he gave me plenty of time to test my work.
That's all, I suppose.
Yes, I have much to do. Many more tests to run before we reach Sayuka. A pleasure talking, Captain.
Uh-huh. Well, now we have a different reason than corpses to head to Sayuka. Need to get this crazy bat off my boat. Okay.
Ah, it's you.
Yes, it's me.
You found me with a rare spare moment.
Hazanui Karu asked me to deliver some cargo to you.
I've received a report from the dockmaster stating as much. The Royal Deadfire Company appreciates your swift delivery of our cargo.
A cheery smile brightens her otherwise serious features.
Well?
She raises an eyebrow.
I've received a report from the dockmaster stating as much. The Royal Deadfire Company appreciates your swift delivery of our cargo.
A cheery smile brightens her otherwise serious features.
The Hazanui's missive suggested you might be able to help us with an issue at port.
Oh god, I'll hear you out, but I'm not making any promises right now. I got a lot on my plate, you know?
Naturally. You may have noticed the outsized coral in the harbor.
She gestures to the docks just beyond her office door.
There's
Yeah?
something unnatural about the coral's growth. About everything on this island. And no matter how we trim it back, it only grows larger.
You got very healthy plants around.
My engineers deduced that the origin of this disturbance is somewhere off the coast of Sayuka, and I'd like you to investigate.
Oh.
Talk to Avera in the workshop if you care to learn more. I would be grateful for your help here, Watcher.
Right. Well, I'll see you around, I guess. Maybe. I have other places I want to be. I want to go do the Harbinger's Watch stuff. The Beast of Winter, you know?
The dead fire way, we've gone a long way, left our loves behind. Heave-ho, inspirante. It caused me a sorrow most unkind. While crossing down the dead fire way, hold fast to the helm, hold fast to the wind. Heave-ho, inspirante. Ondra's grace, so we'll all be saved.
Real nice and cold here. Kind of reminds me of the White March. There's a lot of crimson gore up there. A wet, heavy thud draws your attention to a figure standing atop the icy cliff. Light glints off the cleaver he holds readied overhead. The blade arcs downward, evoking a fine red mist that hangs upon the frigid air. The Kith straightens as his gaze finds you, and he fixes you with a single pointed finger from a blood-stained hand.
It is you! Come at last!
Greetings.
God, what your fellow traveler! A day of glory this turns out to be. First auspices of a visitation, then the arrival of the Dusk Speaker.
The Dusk Speaker?
truly I hear the call of winter.
What's the call of winter?
You know, the final chorus. The lure of nothing. The dusk of being.
What?
The part in each of us that knows when the end is coming. That point after which struggle is meaningless. And what remains is only prelude to naught.
You sound like a loony.
Vatnir, our mentor, foretold your coming. He described you perfectly from toes to top. Praise be to Rymrgand.
Okay, so you guys worship Rymrgand, huh? Well, Vatnir is the one who sent me this letter. The man squints down at the paper before nodding vigorously.
Come in, Dusk Speaker, come in. Be sure to speak with our mentor Vatnir. He's down in the chapel in the middle of the settlement. Ask the beer. The Dusk Speaker has arrived.
It's an alright little hamlet here. So far, we got loonies, though. Those are some really big ribs. I wonder what he's slaughtering. Like a fish? Maybe it's a fish. Let's hope it's a fish.
I always thought of the beast as 4 legs.
An aurochs, yes. But with the torso of a man.
Exactly. Wait, what say? How can God have torso of man and body of orcs?
He is a god. He can be anything.
Yeah, that's how the Greeks put their gods. Kind of, anyways. So I guess this is not the center of town. Probably in the Harbinger's retreat. This sort of looks like the town hall kind of building.
Why not? Vatnir, you must be our honored guest. Vatnir said to expect you.
The man stands from his fire and brushes his hands together, a smile splitting his patchy ice-colored beard.
Not that he said I should expect so many. No matter, room will be made. If there is anything you require, you need but ask. I will strive to deliver. Oh, and before I forget, a welcoming gift.
Valbrandhur rummages through among the furs and presses a bundle into your hands. Oh. Cultist clothing. Nice. I have no need of you for now.
Sure.
Some stash up here. A permafrost shard. Jeez, fur's thrown all over the floor, ain't there? I guess it's better to sit in fur than on the cold floor. Looks like that floor is ice. Ah, this must be Vatnir.
And why shouldn't we fear death? What offers death save erasure?
The man speaking before the room wears the same tattered robes as his gathered congregants, but his head is wrapped in soiled strips of linen.
I return to life cleansed of experience and understanding, ignorant, set to suffer again, to repeat our mistakes endlessly, to fail. But the beast would spare us this suffering, would offer us succor, mercy.
His head bows slightly.
But it seems our guest has arrived. Come, Dusk Speaker, join our circle. Look upon the Dusk Speaker, and be glad, brothers and sisters, for he heralds an end to your suffering.
People keep calling me that. I take it that's your doing?
I revealed only that which was revealed to me.
Is it like your word for watcher?
You can't just go around renaming folk without their say-so.
The godlike cluster of ice blue eyes blinks at her before shifting back to you.
I present to you the Watcher of Kadnua, father of the Defiance Bay riots.
Okay, I didn't mean to make those riots, right? I was trying to stop issues.
In whose wake fell the Hollowbone curse upon the Deerwood.
Oh my goodness. I seem to recall ending the curse.
Who dethroned Lord Radric, rightful Thane of Gilded Vale, plunging that land into anarchy.
I mean, it was kind of already anarchy. Well, more like... Oh, what is it? Authoritarianism?
You mean there's alternatives to government by brawling? We don't get to see a lot of places that have their act together.
I'm just not going to say anything more because this guy is just going off like wild. I think this is what they want, though.
Who scattered the faithless, blood-drinking Ethignal.
That's how I respond to insane cults.
And whose very stone and soil gave rise to the great green giant that even now strides across the Deadfire.
I don't think my actions had anything to do with that. The gathered congregants whisper prayers, hands raised in thankful supplication to the beast of winter. Vatnir raises a hand and the murmurs begin to die down. Man, I kind of just want to sock this guy in the nose right now.
Full glad are they to see you, Watcher, for they came to pay homage to Rymrgand and bear witness to the final dissolution of Eora by his hand. Your coming fulfills prophecy. Wheresoever strides the Dusk Speaker, so falls falsehood, torn away. So discards false cycles, so quiets dawn and dusk. I've high hopes for you.
Why are you all so eager to die?
It's not death we seek. It's oblivion. The final, quiet calm in which all things stand evened and equaled. Escape from the endless, torturous cycle of death and rebirth.
Is this why you invited me out here? To fulfill your prophecy? Vatnir says nothing for a moment. His impassive mask hides his features, but the cant of his head suggests that he is considering your question.
I think perhaps more to put your role in it to the test. Prophecy fulfills itself by its nature. But your identity as the Dusk Speaker, that's not yet irrefutable.
Oh, okay, so you don't even know if I'm the Dusk Speaker or not. Great. Just, I'm not here to end the world. How about that? I quite enjoy it, you know? I want to get back, you know, build another castle. And, you know, maybe settle down, you know, retire someday. Adventuring's getting real tiresome on the shoulders, and, you know, Tunk's not getting any younger, and I want to spend my good days with him playing fetch or something.
Precisely my point. Whether or not you mean to cause chaos, chaos follows in your wake. You're chosen, whether or not you choose to be. Now, if we may have the pleasure of your company, Dusk Speaker, we've prepared a feast, at least by the standards of our humble means, for your...
His words are cut off by a tremor that rocks the floor beneath your feet. You guys get earthquakes out here?
The messenger returns!
Vatnir points toward the sanctuary entrance. What?
Go forth and bear witness to his message! Don't leave me behind!
I bet the messenger's gonna kill them. Oh, what about you, Vatnir? You're gonna go run off after them, eh?
The messenger awaits you. I shall follow close behind.
Oh yeah, I'm sure, buddy. No worries, I'll go meet the messenger. Oh!
So close. Such grace. Such majesty.
This is problematic. Well, hell with that statue, I guess.
They're happy? These folks are making the Scanites look downright reasonable.
They really are, aren't they? Let's go talk with them, I guess. Come on, Tunk. The rest of you can stay up there. The dragon, or this rotting shell shaped like a dragon, turns a glowing eye upon you. You feel its gaze upon your soul, prying at your spirit. A low growl rumbles from its maw. Though menacing, the snarl does not resolve into words. You're supposed to be the messenger of Rymrgand? The creature's mouth curls over rotting fangs as its laughter plays along the edges of your thoughts. In my experience, dragons usually love the sound of their own voice. The dragon shifts its weight, crushing snow and ice beneath its clawed feet as it turns on you. Oh, that ain't no biggie. Alrighty. Good there, we need some help with that. Okay. Tunk, make sure you space yourself out a bit. So you don't get got by the blast here.
This weapon's no good to me.
Greyloth, you alright there? Oh, you're out of range for everything. I see what's wrong. We do anything.
This thing isn't doing the job.
Okay. Back away, Seraphid. You don't want to be in that.
Better try something else. After him.
Alrighty.
What can I do? I hear you.
There we go. It's down. There goes its messenger. That was easy.
What is happening? How could this happen?
You don't need to fear anymore, maybe.
Where is Vatnir? Someone find Vatnir!
Yeah, where is Vatnir? Well, the dragon's dealt with now. You know, at least that's something. So I would hope it's something. But you guys don't sound that thrilled about it. Well, Vatnir, where you at? Right, ran off this way into a secret bedroom or something.
I wonder what this is.
This oryx skull is tightly affixed to these wooden planks. You can barely make out a small lever tucked within the recesses of the skull's left eye. Something stirs beneath the boards, and your attention shifts to the northern wall at the sound of a hidden mechanism realigning. Oh, there he is. The coward. Was that your pet? I'm gonna loot this chest first. Vatnir cowers, hands atop his bandaged head, fingers interlinked defensively. He doesn't react at all to your presence. This is not what I imagined embracing oblivion to look like. Vatnir cringes at the sound and slowly turns his head to peer up at you. Though his mask remains impassive and cold, his twitching fingers and rounded shoulders bespeak abject terror.
I'm not hiding. I had to sacrifice. Something that I was saving for the messenger, and I couldn't find it, so I was looking for it.
When I killed your messenger, Rymrgand didn't say a word in complaint, and the gods are not shy around me.
You killed it? That's good. That it's dead. It's been harrying the watch now, well, for years. But people keep coming, and it keeps eating. Each time it comes, the ice spreads further. I didn't know how to end it, so I wrote to you.
What can you tell me about that creature?
I don't know what to tell you. It's a dragon, or looks like one. And rotten enough that linking it to the god of decay seemed reasonable.
Yeah.
You're full of horse apples, you mean?
No, I'd say that's probably something of Rymrgand's.
This place is holy to him, so perhaps I'm not wrong.
Do you know why this iceberg exists? We're a long way from the white that wends.
No. Whatever answers you seek, you will likely find within the temple. The temple beneath the ice.
There's a temple under the ice? What's it doing inside an iceberg?
I don't know. I think maybe the iceberg formed around the temple.
Huh. I mean, it does sound like Rymrgand.
Perhaps it's because of the Wheatmouth. The closer you get to it, the colder everything becomes.
What exactly is the Wheatmouth?
Like the frost-hewn breach, it's a passage through the walls of the world. From this one to the next. To the White Void, specifically. Seat of Rymrgand himself.
Okay, you know this for certain?
So the stories say. None who has gone in has ever returned to confirm it. But you wouldn't expect them to, right?
Right, solid thinking, lad. As stable as the sea.
Just tell me how to get to this maw.
You'll need to climb the cliff overlooking Harbinger's Watch. That's the only way we know to enter. Here, these should help.
He pulls a pair of ice picks from the detritus behind him and passes them to you with shaking hands.
Well, ain't you hospitable all of a sudden?
No, I want you to succeed.
I'll just walk away. No real sense in killing him.
Dusk Speaker? Where are you? What is this room?
Well, you see, we were just discussing some matters of orthodoxy.
The godlike's three tightly clumped eyes swivel towards you nervously. I won't say anything.
You see, I invited the Dusk Speaker into my chamber of contemplation, which is isolated, so that we can contemplate in it.
Just seems a bit strange is all, with the hidden room and everything.
Which of us is the Beast of Winter's chosen?
Oh goodness, he's getting back into it.
What? Wait! You, of course! You are! And I'm not questioning that. But, Rymrgand's messenger has fallen. What should we do now?
Survive and keep our work going. The Dusk Speaker and I will set everything aright. I swear it.
Hafjor nods, his shoulders falling slightly as he visibly relaxes.
I should probably get back to the surface to do surface things.
Surface things, huh? When I get back, buddy. When I get back. We're gonna have some words.
And when the Dusk Speaker arrives, so too does his audience. And his audience should love him, like his videos, and comment their favorite parts, or else the eternal winter of Rymrgand will consume them.